Let's make another randomly generated piece of jewelry.
Today's numbers are drawer 8, impression die 59. Here is the impression die we've chosen. This is a really beautiful, delicate flower ring band. The design of this flower is just really sweet, and the center is going to be perfect for setting a stone. Let's make one. Because the floral center of the ring band is wider than the band, I'm melting some scrap silver into the center of the wire to make forming it easier. Head over to my 20-ton hydraulic press and press it as much as I can. And you can see here, I'm missing a little detail right at the band where it connects to the floral section. So I trim it, anneal my metal, and press it again to pick up all the detail. I use my jeweler's saw to cut out the ring and then different polishing and sanding discs to clean up the edges. To form it into a ring, I use this awesome tool called the Quick Form Press, and I easily form this thick material into a ring. In this series, I'm making the rings the size that they were designed in the die, so I'm enlarging it on my ring mandrel, and then I'm adjusting the ends. The ends need to be completely flush and meet tight with no gaps, so I trim the ends until they meet perfectly before I solder the ends together. After I solder it and clean the ring, I use more sanding and polishing discs to refine the edges, make sure everything's nice and smooth. Then I drill a hole in the center, and I'm soldering a ring on the top center of the flower to make room for the stone setting. I switch over to a tool that's better for holding rings, and then I use a thermoplastic, so a plastic that softens when it gets warm. And I insert that into the ring and then add the ring and the plastic into this tool. And when this plastic hardens, it's going to hold the ring in place and it will support it while I set the stone. I use a bunch of different cutting burrs to perfect the seat for the stone, doing a lot of tests, and then I'm setting the stone a little bit differently this time. Rather than forming the entire wall around the stone, I'm making little indents using a special tool. It's called a hammer handpiece. I'm making little dots to sort of represent the center of a flower. I clean up all of the edges and then apply patina, sign my name to the back of the piece, and here is the finished ring. The ring is so delicate and sweet. I think that light pink stone is absolutely perfect. I mentioned I'm making this ring sized to the design of the die, and so this is the base size. However, I can make this ring in any size from about size 3 up to size 16. That's one of the great things about die-struck jewelry. It's the design on the die itself is a certain size, but I can make it pretty much any size that you need. As someone whose nickname in high school was Annie Manhands, I understand not being able to get the rings that you like in your size. So I want to be able to make a ring that fits you perfectly. If you want to play along, I need you to leave me 2 numbers in the comments, number 1 through 8 for the drawer, and number 1 through 85 to determine which die from that drawer I'll pick. Thank you all. I appreciate all of your support, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.